We're doing a biscuit test on the Lone Star 20x42 offset today to see if there is any hot spots in the cooking chamber. We're going to be using these jumbo biscuits to put them on the bottom rack, the top rack, see how these cook. So let's fire it up and get these biscuits on. All right, friends, we've got our offset to 250, pretty steady. Now, typically you do these at 350, but I want to do this based on what I'll be most likely cooking, you know, low and slow barbecue, or, you know, I like 250, 275, but even if it creeps up to 300 something, that's fine. So go ahead and get the, and you can do the, like the hand test, and you want to make sure the cooking chamber is heat soaked. Definitely is hot. It's warm, but it's also hot to the touch. And we are going to go ahead and distribute. We are at 250, 15-minute mark. Let's see how they are looking. They still got some time to cook, but they are definitely rising. Let me get a close-up here. So far, so good, man. Outside of, they all look kind of even right now, which is a cool sign. But time will tell once we get to that final finish mark to see how they all did. So I'll bring you back when we're done. After filling these off camera, definitely the top rack is cooking faster. This is still a little soft and soggy, where these are pretty firm. And so definitely, just like you would expect, the top rack is definitely hotter than the bottom rack. So that is just good for me to know as I'm cooking barbecue. So definitely top rack is cooking. I would even say these probably are done, where these still have another probably 10 minutes left. All right, friends, we are done with this biscuit test. Let's see if I can position myself here. And so we've got the top rack, like I mentioned earlier, is definitely more done. You can see that by color. Where the bottom rack, I mean, they're all even on the bottom rack, it appears, but this top rack definitely cooked faster. So I'm pulling these out first so you can kind of see the color of this top rack. All right, so hopefully you can kind of see that color. So hopefully you can see that. If not, I'll kind of get a close up. That's the bottom of the biscuit there. All right, so we finished this biscuit test, and like you heard me say throughout the entire video, top rack cook faster than the bottom rack. You can kind of see the difference between this top biscuit in my hand and the bottom. You can see it more browning. This one is definitely darker. This one's definitely lighter, a little bit more soft. But overall, they appeared to cook evenly, in the sense of like all of the bottom rack cooked the same time. They finished at the same time. The bottom rack, they all stayed the same color for the most part. Top rack, all was darker, but all consistently. I did not notice, the positive is I did not notice like a dark or burnt biscuit closest to the firebox, which is the one I was most concerned or curious about. It just cooked faster on the top rack. So that gives me a lot of hope when we start cooking some barbecue. And later on today, since I've already got it fired up, I'm gonna cook some pork butt just to test out at 250. And this thing is pretty efficient. So I hope that was helpful. I learned a lot as far as like what I might do, or if I'm cooking chicken, and I like to cook chicken at a higher temperature, I would put some of those chicken quarters and chicken wings maybe on that top rack, maybe towards the end of the cook or the entire time to get that crispy skin, but then yet also get that tender juiciness on the inside. So my mind is swirling. Let me know in the comments what questions you have. What are your observations about this biscuit test? And again, if you want to learn more about the offset Lone Star, let me know what kind of videos you want to see in the future. And check out these other videos on the offset that I'll be doing in the future. From my backyard to yours, less hate, more love, good barbecue. Till next time.